What's going on? I'm live. Over here, took the whole day to shovel my driveway and kick it for a while. Because unfortunately, the pad was closed down and it's pretty bad outside. My road is super bad right now. So I was hoping the plow truck came and cleaned off my street today, but unfortunately they did not. So my street's still pretty bad. I'm going to try to get in there tomorrow because supposedly we're going to start testing again tomorrow. So hopefully we test tomorrow and I'm able to get in there and, you know, let my guy flex on him and pass his test so we can go on to the next phase. What's going on, Wombats? The Wombats, I came in the other morning, like I told you I would, but I wasn't there very long. Like I was probably there for about an hour. As soon as we got the word that we weren't testing no more, I was like, I'm going to get home before this weather gets any worse. So, you know, I'll be there tomorrow sometime. So they're saying that they're going to start plowing that pad off at about 7 a.m. So we'll be able to get back out there and start doing some work. And it's ridiculous how many wrecks I've seen on Facebook today on the 40 in Oklahoma, New Mexico, different places, these giant car pileups. Like, if it's not safe to drive, if you don't feel safe on that road, you need to get off that road. A lot of people should have got off that road today because it was not good. It was not safe. And unfortunately, they did not. So, you know, it's a sad day. Just remember, here at Prime especially, you are the captain of the ship. They understand, like, hey, weather's bad, like, pull over. They rather you pull over, don't jeopardize yourself, you know. Don't jeopardize the load. Just pull over and relax. Like, the last thing Prime wants you to do is be flipped over or crashed or hurt anybody else. They don't want that. They preach it here. Like, they're all like, pull over, just call it a day, whatever. Wait till it's safe. Because we don't want no one to get hurt. We really don't. It's like they say in the safety meetings, there's no load too hot to pull off in the ditch. So, like, you know, there's no load that's worth so much money that if it goes into that ditch, it's not going to be worth nothing, you know. And that's the way you got to look at it, is like, is that load going to be worth anything if it's flipped over in the ditch? No, it's not going to be worth nothing, you know, and that's dangerous to you. So it's sad that a lot of people got into accidents today, but the weather was bad and it was time to pull over. Like, you don't see me driving in it. Like, I didn't go nowhere today. I stayed at my house all freaking day. I called my students. I cleaned up my beard. I got an edge up done. You know, I don't have all my whiskers covering up my mouth no more. You know, I got a lot of stuff done. And I got caught up on my TV shows, man. I watched the Ozarks on Netflix. I got caught up on that, and then I'm almost caught up on the Cobra Kai. I've been watching the Cobra Kai. It's pretty good stuff, though. And unfortunately, Primetime Fitz couldn't be with us today. You know, it is Thursday, but he couldn't make it today, but he's still somewhere out there in the chat. Teleport Transport, yo, I got your shirt and the sticker. They are great. Can't wait to get home and grab them. Hey, that's awesome, brother. I'm glad you finally got that shirt. I'm hoping you got the dumb truck driver one because that one was my favorite. Like, I like that one. And tonight, I just put it on the hoodie. So, like, just before the stream started, I went ahead and took because it's my favorite shirt right now. And I took it and I put it on the back of the hoodie. I'm going to my store. See here. Yeah, it's the very first one in there. It says, I put it on the back of a hoodie, dumb truck driver. And then I made a eat sleep pre-trip shirt too. Eat sleep pre-trip. So yeah, like, yeah, you did get the dumb truck driver shirt. Like, I love that one. I can't wait to see somebody like, could you imagine accidentally bumping into somebody's trailer or something? And they're all like, what's wrong with you? And you just point at your shirt. Dumb truck driver. Sorry. You know, it's. I mean, it's not funny that you had an accident, but it would be funny if he just happened to be wearing that shirt at the time. Or like a shipper, they're getting mad at you. Don't you know where I go? Don't you know where you're at? Just point at your shirt. Dumb truck driver. I don't know where I'm going. You gotta tell me where I'm going. Well, yeah, I thought it was a cool shirt, and I'm glad you got the items. You'll have to text me a picture because my stuff has not came in yet. So none of the stuff I've ordered came in yet. I don't know if it's because of the bad weather or what it is, but I haven't got none of my stuff I ordered in. What's the music in the background? It was just something on here. I can turn it off, or I can change it. This is just some background noise. Yeah, I can get rid of it though. I figured it would be nice to have some background noise. It was getting annoying though because I can hear it coming through the speakers here. So I was like, yeah, that's kind of driving me nuts. Hope all is well. Do you like zombie movies? I love zombie movies. I watch everything zombie I can. Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead. Like I watch a whole bunch of strip club music in the background. I was not expecting that. But yeah, I like zombie movies and zombie shows. So oh, the music was louder than me. My bad. But yeah, I definitely love zombie shows and series. I'm not much of a movie person is my problem. I don't like watching movies. They're long and you got to sit through the whole thing. Like I like TV shows where I watch one and I'm all like, okay, I'm free to do something else. I can finish it the rest of it later. And then maybe I'll go ahead and watch another one and another one. Maybe I'll binge watch the whole series. That's what I did with the Ozarks. I just binge watched the whole thing. Oh, it was a little louder than me. But yeah, I do like a good zombie movie and stuff like that. I have two guys testing tomorrow, so hopefully both of them get to test. I don't know how far the list is pushed back, or I don't know what they're doing with the list because everyone that did not get a test the last 2 days had their test moved. So I don't know where they're at. The good thing is that my both of my students were completely ready to test. Completely ready to test. So I had no doubt in it. Like, yeah, we didn't get to work the last 2 days because of the weather and stuff. But the thing is, were they ready to test out? Yeah, they were ready to test out. And they were ready to test out even before this happened, even days before the test. Like, they're two really, really smart guys and they memorized those steps and they know what they're doing with that truck and trailer. So it just it just kind of wasn't too fun that like, hey, there's a bunch of snow out there. You came in to test today. Guess what? You can take off for the day because you're not going to get a test today. Because I did come in that day. My sister's house in New Jersey. No, my sister's house in New York. Been in the shop 1 week for a radiator hose. Can you believe that they get the part? Oh, you're at your sister's house in New York because they need a radiator hose for your truck. Yeah, I can believe it. Hey, it probably that radiator hose probably has a chip in it somewhere, and there is a chip shortage right now. So, I can believe that. Or maybe they needed a chip to make that radiator hose. You never know. But it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. That's why it's good that if you put the truck in the shop, be somewhere where you can get off that truck and stay a while because it might be in the shop for a while. So I bet it's good seeing your sister for that long. She's probably ready to get you out of the house if you've been there a week. Mel, what's going on? It's going good over here. Yeah, Primetime Fit says it's not surprising you can't get that part right now. I want to know for the new drivers, do you guys show and tell when to stop or when to stay put the chains on? Like, I don't put the chains on. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't put the chains on. If it's so dangerous out there, I gotta put the chains on. Twizted ain't driving in that. And I'm pretty sure Primetime Fits is the same way. He's probably gonna be like, you know what, if it's that bad out there, we're just gonna pull over. So like, as for putting chains on, I'm not gonna do it. And whenever I do stop, I have stopped a couple times. Like, one time my student was driving and I said, "Hey man, it's windy, it's icy, it's not good." I said, "We're pulling it over. We're calling it a night." And then one time I had to go over Vale. There was with the load I had, there was no way around it. Like, I had to go over Vale, and it was iced up and it was bad. So I pulled over that time too till they cleaned it up more. Parts have been delayed here locally because of the bad weather the last few days. Yeah, and that's not helping either. That's not helping your situation with the bad weather. Shane, what's going on? Shane's over there doing TNT with Jesus. He's out there doing TNT. Probably having a good time because Jesus Takes the Wheel's a great guy. He's probably helping him out. I saw your video about the student that had to take the test several times, and I really got moved by your comment and concern about the situation. You're a good man. Thanks for being like that. Oh man, dude, I was sick that day. Like, I couldn't even focus with the other guys. I probably said it so many times. Man, I hope he doesn't fail. I hope he doesn't fail, man. I really, really want this guy to pass. And he knew what he was doing. He just got nervous for the test, and that was the worst part. Like, there's nothing I can do to help him about being nervous on the test. But he got it done, and it was a big relief on me. It was a big relief on him. Like, woo, there was a lot of almost crying times with him. I mean, after his test, like, he was there was a lot of tears shed up with him, for both of us. He was upset with himself. On the second and third test that he failed, he was super upset with himself, and he's all like, "Look, I'm not mad is why I'm crying." And he goes, "I'm crying because you had all this patience with me, and you pushed me so hard, and you wanted this bad for me, and I failed you." And I was like, "You didn't fail me, bro. Stop thinking of it like that. We still got tomorrow." I mean, it was a lot of emotions, and I'm super glad that he passed. Like, super glad. Like, I was so stressed out, really stressed out. Sweet Tooth says trucking sucks. We're making less than $5 an hour for 168 hours a week. Us OTR drivers have to be our jobs. Less than $5 an hour. Ooh, I don't know what's going on with you, Sweet Tooth, but I'm making more than that, and I know a lot of my students are making more than that. So I'd have to see. First off, are you lease or are you company? Like, let's talk. Like, when's the last time you've been home? Why have you not been running the truck that hard? Like, how many miles are you doing a day? What are you, like, there has to be a problem with that. It just doesn't sound right. So, $5 an hour. I guess if you're counting the time that the truck's not moving, I guess it would be something like that. I'm not sure. Yeah, knock out those miles. Shane's knocking out those miles. What's going on, Skeletor? How's it going, buddy? Hansel, what's up? You finally made it back to the live again. Not everyone is like you. Again, thank you. Hey, you're welcome, GH. Like, there a lot of us are very passionate like that, and Primetime Fits is just as passionate. he had a, I don't even know if he minds if I tell this story, but one of the things whenever I first met Primetime Fits, he had this female student and she failed and she failed again and she failed again. And he was super upset and he had a lot of passion for it. And, he went and fought for her and like he was all like, one more test, one more test. He fought for her. It was the same kind of situation. And he finally got her to pass. And I saw that passion in him, and like that's whenever I was like, man, this dude really cares about what he does. This dude has a big heart. And that's kind of about the time we started talking, really, because after that we started playing paintball, or we were just starting to play paintball, and that's whenever we became really close. If not, if your company, I was home 2 months ago. You were home 2 months ago in your company. I don't know, bro. It doesn't sound right. What's your weekly check? How much are you making a week? Tim West. That's a strong name right there. Tim West. Hello, everybody. Johnny on the flip side with his Dallas Cowboys hat. And then an instructor at Prime, you mentioned. Of course, unless you feel like your life and time isn't worth it, I do count every minute in at work once I leave home. That's 168 hours a week at 1,100 a week. That's $6.45 per hour for your time. Ooh, you're thinking too much into this. $1,100 a week is not bad money, really. Like, I don't think it's bad. And that's just for 1 week. Like, you can't count the hours that you're not working, though. Like, when the truck's not moving, that's not hours you're working. Yeah, you're on the truck. You are on the truck. You're sleeping in it. That comes with the job, man. But you're technically not working. You can do whatever you want during that time off. Primetime Fit says, yeah, and that student that failed is a lease and has been extremely successful and looking at buying a second truck to start a micro fleet. See, that's what I'm talking about. He never gave up on her and he always pushed her and he wanted her to get through that test and he was super passionate about it. I remember. And now look, she's about to start her own fleet. I mean, that's awesome. Yeah, he's counting all the hours out. Yeah, he is counting all the hours out. Oh, yep. Primetime Fits, the 49ers broke his heart. That's my usual Amazon paycheck in 1 week. Yeah, Sweet Tooth. You're in a different field of work. You got to understand that. Like, if the truck's not moving, then technically you're not working. If your clock's not on, then technically you're not working. You're off. So a lot of your problem is you need to just add up the time that you're working. The rest of the time you're playing your video game in the back of your truck, or the time that you're sleeping, or the all that stuff. You can't really count those hours unless you got a teammate. If you're on a team truck, then yeah, I'll count those hours. Maybe you should try getting a teammate and running team for a little while if you feel like that. Then you can find out what you make per hour on the 24/7 week that you're out. Oh yeah, heartbreak on the Niners. Who's going to win the Super Bowl? Is it going to be the Rams? I'm going for the Rams. I'm telling you right now, I would like to see the Rams take it. I was averaging 1,200 a week when I started in 2006. 16 years ago, cost of living was half what it is today. We're making half pay. And that's partly, like, I agree with you. Like, whenever the cost of living goes up, and this is what I noticed, when the cost of living goes up and increase minimum wage, all the prices of everything goes up. But since we're not at minimum wage, they're not going to give us a raise to equal that. So it's kind of not fair. It's kind of like we're staying where we're at, but minimum wage went up, price of everything goes up to account for that. That's why I'm really against minimum wage going up. I do not like it when they raise minimum wage because I'm not getting a raise to, what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? I'm not getting a raise that's going to equal to what they just got. I'm not going to get a raise that's going to equal what more they're making or what more the groceries went up or whatever. That's the problem. Yeah, and money is, yeah, money is, of course, I count my time is valuable to me. It was good money whenever we had paper logs. See, I was not here when they had paper logs. I've used paper logs before, but I know what you're talking about, and I wasn't here back then. When I took my test and failed the alley dog, my trainer insulted me and threatened to leave me at the terminal. Now I'm okay leasing and making an average of 2,900 after all expenses before taxes. Yeah, I mean that happens a lot. A lot of trainers, they're like, you get one chance to pass this test and I'm leaving you. And that's not right. That's adding more stress. They think that is going to encourage you to do better and try harder, but it's really just adding a lot of stress on you. Yeah, and that's what I'm going with. Rams win. But it's just adding a lot of stress onto you that you don't need for your test. Yeah, you'll have to think of it as a 14-hour day. Hey, look, somebody's going for the Bengals. 27-24. Yeah, it'll probably be another game like that, like a pretty close game, I think too. But I'd still hope the Rams get it. What's going on, Mohammed? When I started working in trucking companies were $1 million companies. Now the companies are multi-billion-dollar companies. But we're making the same as I was 16 years ago. Yeah, I'm with you, man. You fight it. You get us more pay. Like that's all I can say about that. But you're right because whenever I was growing up, you hear of a truck driver and you're all like, man, that dude's rich. He's making tons of money. And like every truck driver I known, like they had a lot of money. And now the cost of living and everything's gone up. And now you see a truck driver and he's making like decent pay. Like I'm not complaining. I'm not saying that I don't make good pay. I'm not saying that we're going broke out here, but we're not making as good as we. It doesn't feel like you're making as good as you were making. So like Sweet Tooth, I agree with you there. I think that we should be. I think that cost of living has really put us down, in my opinion. And the value of the dollar going down doesn't help either because the value of the dollar keeps going down too. Why are you going with the Bengals, dude? Trainers were averaging 3,000 a week in 2006, and trainers are making half of that a week at most companies today. Simple Plan Trucking, what's going on, brother? Hearing that new students are coming for PSD are being put on hold until March 7th. I have not heard that yet. I heard a rumor about that the other day, but I haven't heard that is official. But I mean, we're packed right now, so I could see that. Hey, what's going on, Randy? Oh, what's up, Big D? When are you gonna show some of that new merchandise you keep talking about so we can help a brother out? I got it all right here. Let me copy the link. See, copy. paste, boom. There, I'll put the link on there for you, Randy. I got a lot of cool stuff. A lot of my students will understand a lot of my shirts that other people won't. Um, but yeah, I got my shop up, my merch shop, and I'm happy about it. And it's gonna be good. But as for the wait and the students till March 7th, like I haven't heard that yet. I could kind of see it coming because it's kind of we're kind of slammed right now. We really are. Private level paying. Yeah, and that's another problem is a lot of the mall and paws trucking companies they've been put out of business here recently, so it kind of is not good for them. Cool. Brooke will be there for orientation 214. Hey, that's good. That'll be good. Then y'all can run that team truck, man. Make some team money. Simple plan. You almost done with those TNT miles, or you keep on getting stuck in that cold weather still? Boom, got it. Twisted Big D truckers who made big money years ago were Union LTE or LTL Teamsters. See, I don't even know what something Union. What's going on, Gypsy? Good evening. Yeah, see, I wasn't around back like I wasn't in trucking back then, so like I can't really tell you how they made so much money. I just remember every trucker I ever seen was like you would be like, "Man, truckers are filthy, stinking rich," and you were all like, it was like one of those jobs that you would want to have. Like truckers were viewed as like top flight. So yeah, they were like top flight back then, and unfortunately now it's kind of looked at as like, oh man, you're a trucker, anybody can do it now. Whenever it used to be like, oh man, you have to be like hardcore to be a trucker. Gypsy says, waiting at a door, living the dream. So Gypsy's over there getting that detention pay. Man, I miss the detention pay days, man. I get a set in the door and get a whole bunch of money for playing video games. I'm playing video games and making money. Like I'm cool with that. Yeah, union drivers made the money. Truck's been down for 2 weeks, 10K miles to go. The truck's been down, bro. That's Peterbilt life. I'm just playing, but hey, it's just a common thing with Peterbilts. They go down, and yeah, that's not good for yeah, it's not good when the truck goes down. Let's see what Ronnie Green has to say. Do y'all train people in the tanker if they want to go down that route? We have plenty of tanker trainers, and we have if you ever decide, like say you're in a division and you decide to go tanker, then you can jump into that tanker boot camp, and you can go to that tanker boot camp and learn everything you need to know about tanker and just run it from there. But there's plenty of people that will teach you about tanker and have you ready to go on your way and be successful in tanker if that's what you want to do. Yeah, Peterbilt life, man. Those Peterbilts, unfortunately, they like to break down and they need to go to a Peterbilt shop. That's the only thing bad about it. it could happen to a Freightliner too, though. Like, whenever I talk about truck brands, like people ask me, "Hey, what if you could have any truck? Which truck would you want?" I would be like, one that doesn't break down. Honestly, like I'll take a Peterbilt as long as it's not in the shop all the time. I'll take an International as long as it's not in the shop all the time. I just want a truck that's not going to break down all the time. And I've had good luck with Freightliners, so I would like to stay in Freightliners. If you're talking about which truck looks the best to me, then I think those Kenworths, they look really good. I like those Kenworths. I wouldn't mind having one. But if I was gonna spend my money and buy one and have to make money from it, I'd go with a Freightliner because I think that it breaks down the least amount and there's shops everywhere to put it into. It doesn't, and the shops are 24/7 instead of Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. So, there's a lot of reasons I would go with a Freightliner over a Peterbilt or an International, and that's just some of the reasons. And I'm so used to a Freightliner right now. I know how it works. I know, the functions of it, and I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah. See what Scotty says right here. Is Prime ever gonna force the COVID shots, or is that a no? I would not say never. I'm not going to say never because I can't read the future. But as of right now, it's not, no official word, or no one's been telling us, or no one's said anything about we're going to have to be vaccinated. Look, Primetime Fits is right here. He says, as of right now, official word from Prime is that they are not forcing you to get a COVID vaccination. So there you go. Let's see. The company I'm at does mostly Kenworth. I would rather be in a Freightliner. Oh, so man, I like the Kenworths. I've never had one though. I've been in one, but I never had one. I like them though. But at least now I know. Hey, you would rather be in a Freightliner. Oh, let's see. Teleport Transport Dream Truck, 3 axles, W900, pearl white with a 3 axle RGN to match. So there you go. That's what trans uh Teleport Transport wants. What's the process for an AC driver going to Pittston on the 14th? The So you're going to AC. So you're going to go to Pittston to get a truck, I'm guessing, on the 14th. Are you a new hire? Are you coming in as an AC, or are you a student upgrade into AC? That's the question. But I'm pretty sure that you're saying that you're going to come in here as probably a driver that's already been out driving truck and trailer OTR, and you're just coming to Prime as an AC, and you've been doing it for a long time. So your process is probably going to be just some orientation. Yeah, you're coming as an AC. Okay. So you're going to have the 3 to 4 days orientation, and then they're going to say, hey, here's your oh yeah, you're gonna have to take a safety course. You're gonna have to take a little eval thing, but then you're gonna go straight to your truck, and they're gonna have some classes about like some of the macros and stuff like that. So it's pretty much a longer orientation, just a little bit longer orientation. Yeah, right. That's the me too. That's the first time I heard anyone take a Freightliner over a Kenworth. Like I was thinking the same thing. What is the longest you've been out before going home? The longest I've ever been out before going home was 3 months. No, 2.5 months. Whenever I was in Pittston training, I just was all like, I'm just gonna stay here and train as long as I can, and then I'm gonna come home. So I wanted to stay out for a little while, and I took me some time off over there. I really did, or not time off, but I took me a lot of time in Pittston training students, and not like I wasn't home. So I guess that would have been the longest time. Primetime Fitz, what's the longest you ever been out without going home? Plan on going lease. So looking forward to it. We have a great lease program here. And since you have some experience somewhere else, you already know what you're getting into. So, just make sure you have your head on your shoulders right, and make sure you're going to push yourself and get it done. Like, keep working, working, working. Don't be hanging out at the terminals and taking long times off. That's where people get into trouble and they're not making good money. 6 months. So Primetime Fitz ain't playing around. Was that in the military? Maybe in the Navy? Is that where the 6 months was? Because I don't think we specified trucking. Did we specify trucking? Or is that trucking? $6 months, that's dedication right there. But and honestly, really, if you want to know the truth, when's the last time I took a day off, really? I should ask. So it's been a long time since I took a day off. Like, would you consider yesterday a day off, or actually today a day off? If you consider today a day off, then look, I just took a day off, but I haven't had one in a long time before that. Because I work every day. I come home every night, but I work every day, or I try to come home every night. I drove a Freightliner for 6 years. Not the same. One observation. Well, the Freightliner is a bad tire. The worst you had was from a Freightliner was a bad tire. Hey, that's pretty good. The Freightliners seem dependable to me. They seem really dependable. When I first started, I went out 6 months before I went home. Hey, what's going on, Paper Chase Trucking? You been enjoying the hotel room? Paper Chase is going through the motions right now, guys. He's been out there doing pre-trips, and it snowed. And today he probably went out there in the snow and studied pre-trip up to his waist. He's probably out there in the campus parking lot at that truck in the campus parking lot, just knocking out pre-trip. Yeah, I actually got to meet Paper Chase finally, face to face. Pretty cool guy. We talked a little bit. I was in a hurry to go do some stuff because my mother's been in the hospital, and like a lot of stuff was going on last week. So, my mom's been in the hospital. I've been checking on her, and I was in a hurry to leave. I was just like, I'll come tell him hi real fast, and then I gotta go. But he's out there. I saw him studying, and it seems like he's hungry. And him and I don't know his name on here, but we'll just call him John. They were both out there studying really hard, and I'm all like, y'all team up and knock it out together, because I'm trying to end up with both of them on my truck still, because they both put me down as their trainer. So I'm trying to get them both on my truck still, and we'll see what happens. Now, hopefully, after I test out some of these guys I got, they'll be more than likely put on my truck is the plan. And I have to get with the boss, make sure everything's going smoothly. Oh, I finally put a paintball mask up in here. Finally. I don't know if anyone noticed that, but there's a paintball mask in here finally. This was my first paintball mask right here that I bought. Not my first one ever, but since we started playing again. Because you can wear this one with glasses. So I got this paintball mask. Just one of the paintball masks. You definitely saw the mask. We need to get back out there and play some paintball. Like, I'm down. Well, not right now in that cold snow, but I'm planning on getting out there soon and getting back to paintball. I would like to go to the Peterbilt way, but I have heard that you have to go to a Peterbilt shop to get anything done. And it's not completely everything, but mostly everything because it's all warranty stuff. There's going to be a lot of warranty stuff on that Peterbilt, so that's the bad thing about it. You know, it might be something small like you're all like, man, the TA could fix this. The TA is like, we're not going to touch it because it might void your warranty. You're going to have to take that to a specialist. You're like, for reals? Went to Ziggy's for dinner and sat there for an hour studying. Was it good food over there? I've never been there. Yeah, and you saw the mask? Yeah, Primetime Fits told me to put the mask in there. So I put the mask in here. Got to represent the paintball some way. It's all right. See, and I haven't ate there because I was all like, I don't know. It just doesn't look that great just from the sign. I didn't really like the sign. I hear that Wings place is pretty good across the street from the campus. I hear that that's pretty good. Of course, Cracker Barrel, that's always good. Steak and Shake, stay away from Steak and Shake. I had so many students end up with stomach pains, if you know what I mean, from Steak and Shake. So that's something to stay away from. But right now, studying out in the snow is gonna be horrible. So like, just read your paper, watch my preacher videos, bro. Like they're gonna help you the most because like I point at everything perfect. Like you need to point at it on the test. And I don't know where people are getting this spirit fingers or whatever from. They're all like, general everything is probably Mount Secure. I'm all like, know what you're talking about. Point at what you're talking about. You gotta point at it. So make sure you're paying attention to that too, how I point at stuff in those videos. They should help out a lot. The chili at Steak and Shake will give you bubble guts. Yeah, don't mess with Steak and Shake. I'm telling y'all, people, don't mess with it. Everybody gets the bubble guts from it. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't forget how good the Jose Locos is. Yeah. If you can get to it, it's kind of up the street a little bit. So yeah, it's real good. I eat there. I like the food there, and it's a good time. What's going on, my trucking venture? But yeah, Jose Locos is busy a lot. Like it's super busy a lot of times. Like sometimes it's every table's full in there, and they have a long wait list. The night I ran into Randy over there, they didn't have a long wait list, so we got in and out. Yeah, that's what bubble guts is. Skeletor diarrhea. Yeah, every about 90% of my students that had diarrhea that called me and say, "Hey, I can't come in tonight. I got the diarrhea." I'm all like, "Did you eat Steak and Shake?" They're all like, "Yep." I said, "Don't eat Steak and Shake." That's like right now telling all my students, "Hey man, don't be hanging out in these groups of people, man. Y'all stay away from people right now. I'm paranoid about that COVID. That COVID stuff is going around. Like, stay away from people." I'm trying to get all my guys to stay away from people because, I don't want to be quarantined again. And I definitely don't want to get COVID again. It sucked. And the worst part about it was like, you want to like, you're feeling better already. You want to go back to work, but they ain't going to let you come back to work till you pass a COVID test or till you're out so many days. That's the worst part. If you were just like, oh man, I'm feeling great, and I could come back to work once you're feeling great, like I'd be like, okay, cool. It'll give me a couple days off. I'll come back to work after that. But no, whenever they're not letting you come back to work, it's horrible. Chicago Cheesesteak Company is fire. Where is that at? Never even heard of that. Yeah, I haven't been there. There's a lot of places I haven't been in Springfield. Like I'm still like checking places out. There was a pizza place that I went to, and it was real good. I just don't know where it is. My bad. I had to read a text in case it was important about my test tomorrow, because I'm getting updated on like the weather and stuff like that. So every time I get a text, I'm like, is it something about the weather? Because my test was at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I usually get in by 5 in the morning. Well, I was told, hey, we're gonna start plowing at 7 o'clock. So take your time before you get in here. Like, don't come right in here yet. Just take your time, get in here. So I was like, okay, I'll take my time, get in there. Like, I'm waiting until they start plowing. Maybe the sun will come up a little bit more. Something. Maybe I'll be able to see better whenever I'm driving to work tomorrow. But I did get that new truck, so I get to put it to the test and see if what it can do tomorrow. Chicago cheesesteak is the bomb. Where am I from? If it's not Springfield, I am from Texas. I'm from I'm from Odessa, Texas, slash Lubbock, Texas. I lived in both places half and half of my life, and now I'm moved down to Ozark, Missouri, because I was here all the time. So south side of downtown's where it's at. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go there sometime. Oh wow! Whenever you trifecta, you'll take me there. Hell yeah, I'm down. You too, primetime fits. You hear that? Whenever he trifectas, we both gonna go to the Chicago cheesesteak place, man. We're gonna go try it out. Oh, Fitz already had it. I forgot he said it's the bomb, so he already had it. But it'll be my first time having it. I'll go try it though, especially if y'all are highly recommending it. Like I like getting to new places. Like you're gonna find out whenever you're a truck driver that you're just sick of eating like Subway, Burger King, McDonald's, stuff like that. When you go out to eat, you're getting on those apps trying to find out what's in walking distance, like something from that area. Like you meet up with your buddy out of town, say he lives in another state, you're gonna be like, hey, what's good to eat here? He's gonna be like, oh, we can go to Longhorn Steakhouse or Texas Roadhouse, and you're like, no, 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 no. Where's your mom and pa places? Where's your local stuff that's real good that nobody knows about? That's what I want to know about. Because you want that, or you want that home cooked meal. And that's one of the things whenever like I was not a big fan of, is that whenever I came home from off the road, my wife was all like, let's go out to eat because you're home. And I'm all like, you just want that home cooked meal. You really don't want to go out to eat. What you want is a home cooked meal because you've been eating out. You want that home cooked meal, but they don't understand it because they're all like, man, we've been eating nothing but hamburger helpers and stuff like that. And I've been cooking. I want a break from it. Let's go out to eat. And you're like, man, this is the time I want you to be cooking. There ain't nothing like that home cooked meal. Yeah, and Paper Chase says hole in the walls is where it's at. And like I agree, like especially in California. California is one of my favorite places to go. And like a lot of people like bash on California. They hate going to California, but everywhere you deliver to, you can either walk one street over and find something to eat, like some hole in the wall that is delicious, or there's a food truck going to come by the place that you're at so you can get food out of the food truck. So I mean, either way, you can grab a bite to eat, while you're there. So California, whenever it comes to eating, that's my place. Like, I like getting food in California. Yeah, my trucking venture says he loves California too. There's some really good places to eat in California. I used to have it on my navigation, my Rand McNally. Like, that's the brand I use, and I use it because they make the Trucker Atlas. So if the guys that make the Trucker Atlas can't make a GPS that's going to be somewhat trucker safe, then like, what the heck? So that's why I went with the Rand McNally. But I had it programmed into like some of my burrito stops and stuff. Like, I would drop in the little nav points in my trip so I could get to my burrito spots and then go deliver my stuff, or, different stuff like that. Look at Primetime Fits. Cali's where it's at. All Cali love. Yeah, the food is good. Food is good. Texas food is good. I test out this coming. Let me pop this, make this bigger. I test out coming up Tuesday in California, DMV. Worried about the air brakes pre-trip inspection and downshifting. Any tips? The pre-trip, study it hard, man. Like, study it, put in that work studying it. It shouldn't be hard, because it's just repeating those words back and actually doing a pre-trip. And then downshifting is the same thing as upshifting, pretty much. I mean, yeah, you gotta rev it up some and slip it in gear, but like upshifting, you still have to do the same thing. Like, if you're double clutching, just calm down, man. The thing is not being nervous. Like, trying not. Of course, you're gonna be nervous, but the thing is, can you control your nerves? I should say, control your nerves. They have some real authentic Mexican food, as well as Korean. Oh, in California. Yeah, they do. They have and it's different than Texas Mexican food, but like, even New Mexico. Like, have you got enchiladas in New Mexico? Because the first time I got enchiladas from New Mexico, they had a fried egg on top of it, and I was all like, "This is strange. Why they got a fried egg on top of it?" But that's how they make it. That's what you get on your enchiladas over there. It's like, it's different from what I was used to in Texas. Oh, the home of In-N-Out Burger. Nobody cares about In-N-Out Burger. Now, In-N-Out Burger is not bad, but it's not like, if you're comparing it to Whataburger, it's not on the same level. I say the pre-trip in front of the mirror to help my nerves. You just like looking at yourself. That's what it is. It's not to help your nerves. You're just like, do I look good when I say this? I'm just playing, bro. You don't talk crap about it. Hey, In-N-Out Burger is good too. It's not on the same level. I'm just making sure people understand that. Thanks for the encouragement. Yeah, bro. Anytime, man. Live your dream, dude. Live your dream. And hopefully you got a great company that you're going to, and you've done your research. By now you've already done enough research to decide that you're where you're testing and everything like that. So hopefully you did your research into the companies you might go to. Oh man, y'all trying to. I'm gonna keep them going. I'm gonna make sure they don't build that Whataburger in Ozark, bro. That Whataburger in Ozark is coming, and I went and looked at where they're putting it, and that's not a great spot to put it. Like, it's gonna have to be a small building, and like it. I don't know. I don't like where they're putting it. I'll tell you that. I wish that they. I was hoping that they would put it over there across from the Walmart. It would have been a little bit easier to get in and out of. But where they're putting it, next to across the street from the Lowe's, There's only a little spot right there. Like, you need more land for a Whataburger, man. That thing's gonna be big. Like, you need a big spot of land. It's gonna have to be one of those small stores or something. I don't care as long as they have my spicy ketchup and I can get me and some milkshakes and some malts and stuff, man. I don't care. But it just would be nice for the bigger store. Saving the best for last. Well, yeah, it needs to be a bigger store, I think. I'm kind of like, man, that's a little store. I'm not too happy about that. I was hoping it was a lot bigger store. Well, guys, I'm getting out of here for the night. I got to get some sleep and figure out what all I need to do for tomorrow. You know, we'll see what happens. And yeah, and you're right. They should be putting some in Springfield. I hope they do, because I don't need a bunch of people from Springfield over here in Ozark in the line of my Whataburger, because my line at Whataburger needs to be short so I can get through that line pretty quick and get out of there and back home. But I'm out. See y'all. Y'all all take care tonight. And if you're driving out there on those streets, y'all make sure if it gets dangerous out there, you pull over and be safe. Be safe. You are the captain of the ship. Like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell. Get my latest lives. Get my newest videos. Also, in the description, there's a link to fill out an application and get my recruiter. My recruiter's good. Don't forget to drop that referral code, COXDJO. Also, my phone number is 417-894-8098. Drop me